Hello, Jeff Helvin here with Ballen Brands, and today I wanted to talk to you about what it means to own your own website. Now, there are a lot of options out there to build websites these days between GoDaddy websites, Wix, Squarespace. If you're doing a shopping site, you can use Shopify. There's a lot of different options. If you're a real estate agent, or maybe a financial agent, your brokerage may provide a website option to you. So those are great options to get up and going. They usually have a very low cost to entry. You pay a small monthly fee and everything's great. The challenge is that you're really at the mercy still of what those website providers decide to offer or don't offer moving forward in their business. In the real estate world, there was actually even an instance where there's a particular platform that a lot of agents use, and it got sold to another company, and that whole platform shut down. They literally had to move their websites. It was not up to them. It was not even an option to keep it moving forward. The service itself was completely disabled. So we may see more of that moving forward in the online space with companies buying out other companies. So having ownership of your website really means that no one can take it from you. And that's an important factor that we use in what we offer for our clients as well. So we do build websites on the WordPress platform. So you don't own the platform per se. However, WordPress is an open source platform. It's not proprietary to a particular company. So we don't really have the same type of fear that it would be bought or that it would shut down, anything like that. It's also, being open source means that other developers are able to develop on top of it. So you're not limited to what you can do with the website. So that's definitely something that's important. Now, in most cases, the content that's being provided or content you put on the website, your own logo, some images, you would own those. So just like you see on our website here, if we were to have built this for you, well then, this brand, these images that we're using, the content that we write for you, these are all going to be for you. These are yours to take and do what you want with. If you wanted to change the layouts, if you wanted to add new pages, that is all completely up to you. So that is what it means to own a website. Now, of course, there's licenses that you might get for additional add-ons. And so you own the license or the right to those. There is still, we get questions sometimes, well, if I own the website, why is there a monthly cost? Why do I still have to pay something per month? So I'll give you an example. In our real estate websites that we offer, we have our actual website setup costs for different things, and it's how many pages we're building, how many blogs we're writing, how many content, area content, community pages that we're doing. So those are all factors in what we're building. So we're building like the house, we say. We're building this house for you, and the house is 100% yours. You own it to do what you want with. Now that house usually is on land, okay? So that is an example of where these utilities come in. So, with a house, you pay taxes on a particular piece of property, even if you own that property. In some cases, you lease the land that's underneath the house that you've built, things like that. So there's lots of different variables that could play into why there's an actual cost. So in this case, for a real estate website, there's an IDX feed. So we consider that like a utility. Listings to leads is another utility for a home value. Website hosting is basically your power to keep the power on. So even if and then analytics is another tool that kind of helps assess and analyze how the website's doing. So even if you own the house, you still have power, gas, water that you're paying a monthly utility bill for. So that's the best way to kind of use that example. So one thing to understand is if you have maybe a third-party website, like I said, whether it's through Wix or something like that, and maybe a developer that develops on Wix is telling you, yes, you own this. I'm going to build it and you own it. It's yours to do what you want. They're not necessarily misinforming you, but it's not the full story because the Wix platform itself, as an example, is a proprietary platform that you're paying Wix a monthly fee to. So in this case, like a WordPress website, if let's say we're hosting it, Ballen Brands, and for some reason you wanted to host it somewhere else or you wanted somebody else to work on the website, things like that, you have full control over doing that. You don't even have to tell us that you're doing it technically. You're able to just pick it up and move it somewhere else. So that is what we mean by ownership. We've been in this business a long time, and we hear over and over again how often someone says, oh, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that, or I can't, I'm stuck here, I can't get a hold of so-and-so anymore, so I no longer have access to do what I want to do. We hate to hear that, and everything that we build is going to be in a way that you own it, you have control, you make those decisions. And yes, you may still have a monthly cost. Again, that would be a utility cost, whether you're paying it to us or somebody else, and that's something to be prepared for. So all of those things are factors in what it means to own your own website. CRMs are also very similar. Some CRMs are owned by larger corporations, bigger companies, and maybe they have access to your data. Whereas what CRM company you're using, if they're not attached to your specific industry, if you will, then they wouldn't have access. Of course, those names and numbers and everything else are yours. You can take them with you to another CRM, but we also want to make sure that lead data is not shared with others and maybe utilized in different ways. So these are all important factors to ask those questions when you're working with someone, when you're getting these things set up for yourself. And if you have any questions on that or anything related to that, by all means, you can reach out to us at team@ballenbrands.com.